Okay, Pulinanandji, Srimata Bolao, everybody can follow.
Namo Vidragaya,
Namo
Namo
Vidragaya.
Vidragaya.
Namo Varihantanam,
Namo
Namo
Harihantanam.
Harihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam,
Namo
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 Siddhanam.
Marijanam,
Namo
Namo
Ayariyanam.
Namo Namo Vajjayanam,
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Loe Sauva Sahunam,
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Eso Panamukaro,
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Vabhava
Sava Pava Panasno.
Mangalam Sudesi,
Mangalanam Chasavesim.
Namakai Mangalam,
Paramam Harai Mangalam.
Om Namaste Vasudevaya,
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai.
Jai Satchidanand.
Hey Sachidan, Matmao, welcome after a long time. So we were talking about column number 7 and we want to introduce column number 8, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Okay, Lalitaben, you have to say something?
I do. I'm sorry if we digress for a minute before we go to column number 8. But I just got through watching a marathon YouTube video of Dada's Punyatithi today. We are still on the second over here. And I just have a quick question. Deepakanandji, you were giving your experience. You said that you asked Dada what happens after you. And you said that he would talk to you in your dream. And I didn't get what he told you. So can you just repeat that for us?
Yeah, surely. Actually, what had happened in 1987, before he went to America, he had visited Aurangabad, and specifically he went there so that people say he will get rest. And it so happened that I had some holidays coming during that time. So it was my planning all the time that when Dada is in India and I have a holiday, then I will definitely try to reach him wherever he is. But they had put this condition, nobody should visit him because he needs rest and all that. So I was wondering that it will never happen that Dada will keep resting and he will never do satsang. So I decided that I will go there, and if possible, I can stay in a hotel, and whenever there is satsang, I can attend. So with that understanding, I went there, and anyway, to cut the story short, I somehow managed to reach Dada, and I was with Dada in the same home. So that time, the second day, Dada said, "Okay, arrange satsang," and nobody was asking any questions. So somehow he just turned over to me and he asked me, "You spend so much money coming here. Why don't you ask something?" I said, "What shall I ask?" And then after a while, somehow it came to my mind and I asked him, "Brother, now you are there and we get all the solutions. But what will happen when you are not there?" And when I asked this question, everybody really not just stared at me, like if they had that opportunity, they would have really, I mean, but I said, I must know the answer. Dada didn't say for a while. And then he said, "I'll come into your dream and answer your question." And forgot nicely. Nothing came to my mind after that. And when we went to Sayamda, during that initial skirmishes, Everyone was new. No one had any experience of staying together, and all were very strong-minded, very strong conviction. Everyone wanted to do Jagat Kalyan like something. So the initial stage. So, and most of the time, I was watching what others were doing. And I was not very happy. This is the way, this is not right, this is not right, that is not right, he's not doing right, he's not doing right. And it was really bad. So somehow I was not happy. So almost like I decided gradually that I can't stay here. If it is going to continue like this, I can't make it. And once around that day, those days, some very striking thing happened, and I said, "It's done. Tomorrow, today is the last day. I'm going back tomorrow." And as usual, went to sleep. Dada came in my dream, and I took that opportunity. Oh, thank you, Dada, you came. I have so many questions. See, this Aptapro is doing this, that Aptapro is doing like that, other Aptapro is doing like this. For a while, he kept on listening to my complaint. And then he said, "You see me, you look at me, don't look at them. No, but this is not fair. He should not be doing this, Dada Raptaputra." I kept on arguing, kept on complaining, and every time he just said, "You look at me." But Dada, and it went on and on and on. And then he, Prabhupada, he also said, "You came here to see me or all these guys?" "No, no, no, I came to see you." "Then why don't you see me? Why are you looking at them?" Still, I continued arguing. And then Dada all of a sudden said, "Okay, whatever you said is fine. Who should go? The right one or the wrong one should go?" I said, "The wrong one should go." And my eyes opened, and I said, "I'm not going." And that was it. That's why I said, "You are seeing me here on the stage." Otherwise, I would have gone long back. Almost it was like within 6 months only. So this was it. And actually, uh, many people have this experience that their questions were and are getting answered by Dada Bhagwan. He comes in that dream and the answer gets solved. Question get answered.
I really liked what Minesh Anandji said, that it's 36 years since he passed and he's still in our heart. And there are family members, my own parents, I don't think of them as much as I think of Dada. He is really in our hearts. And that just kind of, fit like a glove, that he is within us.
But actually,
that's what
what
I
is
wanted
there,
to.
Yeah, but he has not lived with us as individual. Outwardly, he has lived as an ideal, loving, compassionate person. But otherwise, inside, he had that feeling of oneness with us.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the real side, anyway, he had, because he said that none of anybody's relative come in my way to connect myself with his pure soul. That was his purity, which was his clarity of the science.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the relative side also, he had complete equation, complete understanding how he saw and experienced himself, that is A.M. Patel in everyone.
Wow.
So it's like, I'll just elaborate one example. You think that you are Lalita, but I know you are Deepakanandji. Pulinanandji feel I am Pulinanand, but I know that I am I know that he is Deepakanand. Why? Wherever connectivity is there between Deepakanand and any XYZ, then that XYZ got to be Deepakanand only.
Mhm.
Why? Whatever Deepakanand, that is this vyavhar, this relative, in the past, out of ignorance, as much he has gone out, he has to come back for settlement. So if I have gone out something like as Lalita, then Lalita is coming back to me as Deepakanand. Whatever had gone from Deepakanand, not by this name, but this relative. So Lalita cannot be different from me. And on the other side, he has said, I cannot afford my mind be getting separate from anyone else.
Mhm.
For us, it is very different. We stick on to our opinion, our
Yes,
viewpoint, and say that.
he lived it. He lived it.
See, you also experienced that. Everyone experiences that. But when he revealed this science, fantastic. This is ultimate, and I feel it's a mathematics he has revealed as science of Akra Vignan, that is Vitrag Vignan, as it is. On the real side, it is easy, but on the relative side, to come to this conviction, understanding, and experience that I am one relatively also with all outside individuals, whomever I interact, come across with. Because without my connectivity, that is Deepakanand's connectivity, I cannot get connected to Lalita. So if it's an extreme, if I look at a dog and I have any feeling, then I see Deepakanand in the dog also. A plant,
Mhm.
same thing goes with the plant also. So that's what. You got it?
Yes, I did, but that oneness is yet to come. I mean, I see
Why?
Atma, I see
The
Atma in the
ultimate,
plant, but I don't see myself in the plant. See,
I'll tell
that's
you.
where it is.
I'll tell you. Okay, let us understand very quickly. Lalita Ben, originally the Parmanu, the material structure with which she is made,
Mhm.
the original is Visrasa, pure
Correct.
matter. Nobody can deny that fact.
And that is same in everybody.
Same in everybody. Same in
Correct.
everybody. And whatever connectivity is there between these charged Parmanus, that is due to what do you say? Those particular charges, I will say, those particular kind of Parmanu connectivity. So, what Mahavir Bhagwan has said, he has seen one Pudgal, one matter, that everywhere, in principle, material could be tainted out of karmic effects, but it is that pure matter only.
See,
You
he's
can't be
seeing it
getting.
at Tattva level. Yes, he's seeing
Yes,
it at
that's what
Tattva
the
level.
experience and ultimate answer is through that science, original eternals, all the 6 eternals he could see. But
Correct.
main focus is on the matter and the pure soul.
Very nice. Thank you. I'm sorry to have interrupted, but I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
We'll just proceed where you left off.
No problem, no problem. This is all open for everything. Okay, anybody want, before we go on to the column number 8, anybody wants to share two
No,
weeks of food experience? Oh, sorry,
it,
Pulinanji?
no, it is perfect. We have anyway kept it open that people can ask questions 1 to 8 also, or 1 to 7
I can.
also. So such things are welcome, Lalita Ben, and anybody, for everybody. No, not necessarily that we have got a syllabus to be covered up in one
No,
day.
I just watched it. I just got off watching YouTube, and it was fresh in my mind, so I wanted to bring it up.
No, it is perfect, and the forum is
And it
still.
was a beautiful, beautiful function. I just want to compliment all of you on sharing your experiences.
Yeah, yes, this was excellent, excellent. Yeah.
I feel the only benefit is because when we Mahatmas come together, Dada says, two Mahatmas come and I have to remain present there. And when so many Mahatmas have come, so it's a unique experience where we feel Dada's presence over there because everyone within them, that Dada is manifested within him or her, every individual. And everyone's portion of their relative is purified, not 360-degree. So that portion together, it's a great experience.
I
And
have one more.
lot of things get revealed. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. The other question is, Pulinanandji, you led a 1 hour Samayik. I haven't watched the whole thing because, you're in Samayik, everybody is silent. So I didn't know what minute to click. Can you share that experience before we proceed?
See, the purpose of Samayik was that having done a reading in the morning on a topic, then having discussed it one-on-one during the classes, individual classes during the day, and then to introspect on the same topic in our personal lives. That if, for example, if it was Lakshmi, then about that, then it was about Mamta or whatever topics we took, So Samayik is a very scientific process given by Dada Bhagwan to observe file number one from in the divine light of Prajna Shakti. So the Prajna is the observer, and file number one, whatever deeds it has done by mind, body, spirit, to observe those deeds. So that is the scientific process as opened up by Dada Bhagwan. So that was the whole purpose of Samayik, that during your lifetime, from now right up to childhood, as far as back you can remember, see wherever errors have been committed by file number, in speech, in action, or by thought. So wherever they have digressed in errors, say, then there were quite a few experiences when we took up the Lakshmi Samayik, because that happened on the 31st. So we had little overflow time. We were to stay awake till 12. And 1 or 2 days we just put it at that point because time was so. Purpose is to observe what are the errors, cleanse it, and what happens because of that. What the importance of Samayik comes here. First thing is we observe the errors or digressions we have done. By observing them, get cleansed out. Then as a result, we don't have to suffer because of those mistakes. I've hurt somebody by my speech, for example, then I will receive by reaction. But if I cleansed it this way by pratikam or samayik, then I will not get that reaction.
Okay.
So that is one thing. Cleansing also does a second thing. It unveils the layers on the Shuddhatma, the layers of karma, those cleansed out, So the unveiling process of the Shuddhatma, the light of Shuddhatma, that Jagrati, that awareness happens. Because when will we reach Keval Gnan or absolute this thing? Is only when all the Krodman, Maya, Lobh atoms have been eliminated.
Correct.
Or, they've just gone away. So this is one of the processes where the past things get cleansed out. As a result, our awareness also increases, That is what we call as Jagrati, that I am the pure soul. Because those heels have been cleansed out, those layers have been cleansed out. And as a result of that enhanced awareness, what will happen is in future, if I am to repeat the same mistake, then that awareness, that prajna will immediately pop up and say, hey, be careful, or you're digressing, come back. So that enhanced awareness will prevent me from committing those mistakes again. But if I do commit, I'll be instantly made aware of, and I will instantly come back by way of pratikaman or whatever. So cleansing of the past mistakes and enhancing awareness so that in future, whenever there's such errors, such parmanus of anger, pride, deceit do pop up, or wealth, mamta, and all those things. So this will alert us, enhanced alertness, and we'll nip in the bud type of thing, or we just stop in the at the time itself.
Okay.
So this is a very important tool shared by Dada Bhagwan amongst many tools.
Yes.
Asking for strength. Once we are aware that this knot of this error is a very big knot in my prakriti, for example, pride, too proudy. I get disturbed when someone insults me or something. So then I have to observe that, and then after Samayik, then I have to ask for strength. Then may I not be hurt by someone's this thing, or may I not hurt someone's ego. So that's the second tool of asking strength. No Kalam being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kalam is a basic framework, and then we can make our own tailor-made strength asking thing where we are specifically stuck, or
Pick on a
whatever discharge
session.
is coming in between our separateness of I am pure.
Okay.
So these are two powerful tools.
That's very nice. I mean, I didn't watch all of the Shibir, but where I could, but today's marathon session was a 3-hour session. It was really, really good. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Jai Sachidanand.
7 you said, na, Deepakanand? Aurangabad? You went in 1987, na? You said, what did you say? Which year?
Yeah, it was like, I revolted and gone there.
1987.
Everything was so strict.
The last year.
Yes. Somehow we had some 4-5 days holiday. March, April. I don't know how did we get that holiday, but there were some holidays, and I said, if Dada is here and I have holiday, I have to see him, come what may. And it was really a desperate attempt, but everything went well.
The other thing, as you mentioned, this concept of abheta, seeing myself in others. And Lord Mahavir used to, ek pudgal jota, he would observe only one body form. There are two interpretations going on for that statement. One is, as you said, the other thing is also pudgal or matter. And the second interpretation is he was watching his man vachan kaya.
No, I'll tell you, whatever it is,
he was observing.
we have an Apta Sutra in this regard. Wonderful one. I have already made a note of that. So let me see.
And there's a lot of satsang also for that, but we'll have to ultimately, if we observe ourselves very unbiased manner, our mind body speech is only a conglomeration of all parmanus only, all charged parmanus. So, and those we have only charged and accumulated parmanus of the mind, the speech, the body, and all the other things inside that, all beliefs and all. So we have to see to it that as they play out, discharge or disintegrate, stay aloof or say separate and observe them, and they will play their role and go away. If you have charged parmanu of anger, then that parmanu and anger, so the anger part will play out as an effect. If I'm separate and not involved into it, that part comes and goes, and the parmanu is become separate. Vishwasa parmanu, as we said, the pure unadulterated parmanu. The parmanu becomes pure and unadulterated. There are all parmanus, Vishwasa parmanus are there. Then we charge them by way of house, what do we do in the past?
Mm-hmm.
That I want to be a soft person, for example. Then those Parmanus are charged. I want to be an aggressive person, those Parmanu. So Parmanu is at its own level, but it gets charged, It's electromagnetic charge, as they say it. Dada Bhagwan used to give an example of coating, like gold is coated on copper.
Mm-hmm.
So then it appears as gold, but when the coating goes away, the copper and the gold are separate. So there
Correct.
is a lot of coating. Technically, it's a charge, but for a non-technical person, just to explain what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So the coating will come, the coating will play its part out, and the Parmanu then separates. But when it is playing its part, if I get as it remain attached or engrossed into it, Tanmayakar, as we said, so then that will still remain. That pending, as we said, that karma is pending. So that will, again it will come, and then in the next time when it comes, we will be more aware, and in that enhanced awareness, it will go away.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Akram process of freedom. In the Kramic mark, the ego, we have to be egoistically, I don't want to be angry. I want to remove anger. I want to remove pride. So it's the ego state which does the removing or cleansing of the Parmanus. Here it is the observer state which does the cleansing of the Parmanus. This is a little subtle point that since it came up, I thought I had.
Pulinanandji, see this.
See,
Okay.
ને વિતરાગ એક જ જ્ઞેયમાં જોયું. એવું વાત આવે. એક જ જ્ઞેય એક પૂતગલ જોયું. પૂતગલ તો સ્વાભાવિક રીતે એક જ છે. મૂળ સ્વભાવનું પૂતગલ વિશ્રસા. જગત એક જ વિશ્રસાનું બનેલું છે. નેટ ચોખ્ખા પરમાણુ. Perfect. This is right. This is exactly what you were
Yeah, I
saying.
mean, I just came across this Ek Pudgal thing, so I had just brought it out actually. This is a wonderful one.
This is perfect. This is perfect. But with a viewpoint, okay, people see the animal, body, human, my uncle, this, my makan, my means my house and all that. But ultimately, it's all Parmanus
Yeah.
at element level.
Mm-hmm.
And little bit what I have in another context also, Dada Bhagwan has mentioned the same thing. Mahavir ek જ પૂતગલ જોતા હતા. Lord Mahavir used to see only one પૂતગલ. Basically, he was focused on what's happening to Lord Mahavir's Man, Vajan, Kaya. Because ultimately, that's what Dada Bhagwan did, and that's what we have also to do. Dada says, "Na, just be in observer status, remain in Shuddhatma and see what's happening to file number 1 and square it off." And for the squaring, he has given the 5 agnas so that it goes off that way. See Shuddhatma in the opposite, relative and real. Take it as a file and square it off as equanimously. You want to Sambhava Nikal, it was equanimous settlement. So that is a tool, master tool given. And since we are not able to remain so much in that master tool awareness, then we have this now Kalam and Shakti and Pratikaman and Samayik as follow-up tools, additional tools. Anyway, so that was fine.
Deepakanandji?
Yeah, regarding this food stuff, I will like to elaborate what I have experienced all through my life, basically. That initially I was very aggressive, and I would count 1, 2, and 3. That's it. And if the third time the person don't listen, then I will attack whatever way I can. Then I don't see whether he's older to me, younger to me, especially when we play. And there are rules. Don't do this, don't do that. And people break rules and they try to play like that. So I said, play fairly. And this was my serious problem. In fact, with whomsoever I played, I ended up in a fight with him or her sometimes. Because many times, friend, sister also come and play. And I used to get a lot of thrashing from her parents. You touch my daughter? And that was what. But that was my nature. And I really wanted an answer, a solution. And somehow I found that every time I was desperate and I wanted something sure and something really workable, in a very short time I came across a book It was a book on Patanjali Yoga Darshan, the 8 Ashtanga Yoga, this thing. And in that, it was not a very thick book, but it was, I believe it must have been some kind of introductory book. But in that book, they explained the steps. I don't remember the final. I know that it is samadhi. The final step of the Ashtanga Yoga, the ultimate result is samadhi. And we know that Dada Bhagwan has given samadhi in our arm, in our palm, like. So uh, there they mentioned that the kind of food you eat, and they mentioned that if you eat this specifically, if you are eating non-vegetarian food, now this is Ayurvedic understanding of our, I mean, how people live their life and how it affects, the food affects our being, our nature and all that. So they said, gradually, when you stop eating meat, you stop eating eggs, you stop eating, those other vegetables that grow underground. And specifically, they mentioned that for vegetarian people, if they consume onion, garlic, like the stuff, potatoes and all that, then the it has its uh, power to what do you call that? Your prakriti becomes tamasic, aggressive. So I somehow caught that, and I said, "This is it. I got my solution." I told at home, I told my mom, from tomorrow, I am not going to eat this stuff. I'm not going to fight with you, but this is for me, for my sake. I have made a decision for myself. I have no problem. This was in ninth grade. Ninth grade. So I started with that, and off and on when there were situations, but very strictly followed that. And due to this decision, there are several meals where I have eaten only dal, rice, and chapati. That's it. No vegetable. No vegetable. Because in vegetable, they put potatoes, they put onion, garlic, and all that. So for me, it really helped. And finally, when I came across Dada and his science and his food science, and Pulinanandji has very nicely compiled Dada Bhagwan's food science very nicely. So then going through all that, he had mentioned about eating, making 4 parts of your food when you fill your tummy, and you should only eat half the part. Uh, Quarter part you have to leave it for uh, air, and I mean quarter part you leave for water and quarter for air. So it's like, meaning you eat 50% of your hunger. I started practicing that also, but that was also breaking many times. And then very recently, I will just try to elaborate that I came across Ayurvedic doctor. Somehow I happened to see him, and he looked at me. He touched my, what do you call this portion?
Pulse.
Nadi, they say. I don't know the word for that, but anyway, he felt my nadi. Then he said, "You are in big trouble. Your trouble is at your doorstep. If you don't change, if you don't become alert, I can't help. Nobody can help. And you are Dada's Aptaputra. Your goal is welfare of the world. So forget that." Point blank, he had told me, forget that, because your very serious problems are at your doorstep. And if you want, I will tell you, but you must follow that. I said, if that is the situation, and we left our home, because of the same goal that we wanted to support Dada Bhagwan in his real welfare of the world. So he said, okay, I'll just reveal for me what he said. Number one, no breakfast. Number two, no milk product. That is milk, curd, uh, buttermilk, butter, and ghee. Ghee, he said, you can take in very minor quantity. He always insisted that in the evening you must eat our curry and rice. The soup what we make out of buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
But he said you can consume that, you can eat that. No fried stuff, deep fried, no, nothing. No, I am not supposed to eat any sour food. And I must eat, like as Dada said, 50%. So he said 60 to 80% only you must eat of your hunger. No late eating. And yes, morning we must gourd, Gourd,
Yeah.
dudhi,
Uh-huh.
loki.
Mm-hmm.
Loki juice you must take. If you can put beetroot, carrot, what do you call, I don't know the English version, but cinnamon. You can put dhania. You can put tulsi. You can put black salt and like stuff, jiru. The English version I don't know, but anyway, this is what. And you can make it palatable you want, but it will be very good. Dhania, what they say, coriander or what you saw?
Coriander.
Yeah, coriander.
So that is very good for your throat, for your heart. And mint. And you can take that 1.5 glass conveniently. You won't feel hungry till the lunchtime. Alternatively, petha also. I don't know what you call in English, petha. Pumpkin. The white pumpkin, they say.
Mm-hmm.
White pumpkin. Then you have yellow pumpkin. But it's white pumpkin. Outside it is green, inside it is white.
Mm-hmm.
That is also very good. So alternatively, you can make juice of this, and you can eat dry fruits, but no processed food whatsoever. And my experience is, in 1.5 months only, I lost 15 kilos.
Wow.
Touch wood, without any medication. But I followed this regime strictly, very strictly. People insisted and all that, you have to do amicable settlement and all that stuff. I said, that's what I'm doing. So, and it helped me. But now further, so I was like 88 kilos. Now I'm 74. And now the process to go less, I mean, to remove this, the belly fat and all that, he has given further some good medication. Night, you have to take Trifla. Morning, you have to take Rasayan Churn in lukewarm water and of adequate quantity. And following the other food regimes remains and no other stuff. This is the only thing he has given, and it is working very good. Gradually, this face fat, it went off of its own. In fact, people started asking me, "What happened? How did you reduce?" I said, "I don't know." And when he asked me, the Ayurvedic doctor asked me, "What is your weight now?" I didn't check that, but that was like 1.5 to 2 months. I said, 15 kilos loss. What a great achievement. So that's what. And as Dada has said, spirituality starts with discretion of eating, discretion of your food intake. And the finality of spirituality is total experience of what's going on in your body, what is there in your body. And naturally, you will consume only those stuff to supplement what is missing in the body. naturally that happens. Total vigilance, total observation of all the 6 states. Dada says he could recognize the bitterness of Karela and bitterness of Methi.
Mhm.
He could differentiate the sweetness of jaggery and sweetness of sugar. He
Wow.
could differentiate the what you call spiciness of uh, cardamom, uh, green chili, red chili. He could identify that. He could identify different flours also. There may, I mean, rice. There's so many different kind of rice. He could say that this is this rice, this is that rice. But he has said that we chew a lot. So before we pass it on to our tummy, he says we eat so many times that the food, the solid food becomes like total liquid, watery. It becomes watery. And when it is chewed so much, you can taste, the taste comes out with that close chewing or extreme chewing, which I'm not able to do. But this thing, I got it very easily. Jai Satchidanand.
Wow.
Hey, Deepakanandji, I have a question for you. Did your doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, talked about eating sugar or?
I don't know, you're breaking. I couldn't hear. What's my Ayurvedic doctor? Lalitaben? Should you hear that? Pulinanandji?
Yeah. He wanted to know whether he advised you to take sugar or brown sugar, white or brown.
Sugar, he says, you avoid sugar totally as far as possible. You take jaggery, that is brown sugar, fine.
Okay.
Brown sugar is any time better because it doesn't have some bad chemicals with which they remove the brownness.
Okay. I'm just curious. Yeah. So he didn't put any restriction on you eating, taking sugar or something, right?
No, but sugar he has told me to avoid. So
Oh,
don't eat excess of sugar. But if you feel like, so take a small portion.
oh, okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you.
And anyway,
Deepakanandji?
I think
We
yes.
lost him.
Yeah, we lost him. Connection.
he said our body doesn't need that sugar because it is specifically.
You're breaking up, Deepakanandji.
वीडियो बंद करी जो है ना. Try closing his video. Because he will not listen to us. I mean, he will.
Yeah. Off and on. Like I cannot close the video.
You don't have
He-
to.
Yeah, Bannata though. Yeah. Oh, now. Oh, Aki, we lost him. Oh,
No,
he's
I'm
back.
back. Sorry.
So we lost you when you were talking something.
Oh,
That's
what
Sugar,
did you hear
talking
the
about
last?
sugar.
sugar.
He said don't take any loose sugar or in this cold season time there are so many other foodstuff which people make and they offer us also. They say it is good for cold season and it really builds your body and all that, but it has a lot of sugar in it. So he said avoid that, you don't need that. And even Dada had also said, in fact, I like to reveal that when once Dada called me, say come here. And he said, at that time I was like 50 kilos. So it's like 110 pounds, I believe. 50 kilos is 110 pounds. And he said, this is the ideal body constitution, what it is good, and see that you maintain it.
Oh.
But then after that, he came to America and all that. So it started. Every time 4, 5, 10, 4, 5, 6 kilos I added. When I go back, 2, 3 kilos reduce again. Next time 5, 6 kilos add. And that's how it gradually went up and down, up and down. And finally, it reached 88 kilos. And now I'm 74. And now my goal is, he said that my Ayurvedic doctor said 65 to 70 is fine because now it will be very difficult. But still, he said 5 to 8 kilos you can lose. It will be good for you. Pulinanandji has a different case at all. I mean, totally. He's anyway very lucky.
So Pulinanandji, does he
So
eat?
that's what-
Pulinanandji, you don't eat?
That's what
No,
people.
he eats very carefully, selective, which his body supports. And no, but still he's doing good.
See, now at this age, you see, we have to be careful because the capacity to take abusive reduces. Overeating ho gaya at age 20 or at 40 is one thing, and overeating at age 60 is a different thing. The body will recover faster when you're young, and here it takes time, tissues and all. So,
Very true.
everybody's constitution is going to be different. So, we have to manage with whatever we have got now. That is Prapt Man Vachan Kayati, whatever we have received as an instrument, make the best use of it for our spiritual advancement. That's the goal. Whatever it may be, little weak or little slim or whatever, but see what best can be done for spiritual upliftment, basically. So, goal is that. So, that is the. So
I would
today,
like to share and add one more thing, that we are really blessed that because of our vow of celibacy, that has also contributed in a great way. I would I would definitely put that categorically, assertively, that
Correct.
it has contributed a lot. It has contributed a lot,
Mhm.
and that's why that's our goal. So, um, and it's our tool basically to experience pure soul, to have that pure soul clear experience. And Dada has also said it is going to help you experience that. So that also help us have a very strong, powerful immune system and all that. Jai Sachidanand.
and just taking this one step ahead, that if you see it from a spiritual point of view, Dada's point of view, that whatever, if you are destined to have some amount of suffering, and then you will overeat or you will do something and you will have the suffering. And if you are destined not to suffer, then you will be cautious and you will not eat. So I have found out by experience that in spite of the best of willpower, so situations arise where I finished, but someone very forth comes with great reverence and great, please take this, please this. I've prepared specially for you, little you, and you have to take care of his feelings also. Uh, so you can't just say no, no, please. In spite of that, if he says for 3, 4 times, then you have to take, and then that goes fought against your constitution or against your capacity to take it.
Mhm.
So, I found out when I'm destined to suffer, or there is going to be a little bit of uneasiness, then in spite of my best of my abilities, cautions and precautions, it misfires. And I
Mhm.
have then when something good is going to happen, I'm going to remain very alert, separate, and all. Um, uh, then I get favorable situations where I'm alert and no one forces me to eat or something, and it all falls in place. So there is one Vyavasthit beyond my control also. So, of course, this is not to escape from your firmness and resolution and all that stuff. In spite of the best of firmness and resolution, at times some overpowering circumstances do come, and it works both ways, either in the positive or in the negative. And then I have to use the gnana over there. Observe this also. You
Mhm.
had decided, Unodri, you had decided this thing. You tried say no, 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 but you were forced to do it and you are suffering. So that is after, that is after you're putting all your efforts, then to be avasted. and then observe that file number 1 was destined for this suffering, and that suffering, suffer it and square it up. And when some things are to go positive in your way, then all your alertness and everything will work, and you will get the right amount of food and the type of food which suits your body constitution. And then you feel great, great, great. I have done this. Our niche or our willpower or our decision is there. But supporting circumstances sometimes also play a part. And that is where I realized the subtleness of Vyavasthit. The other said, you feel your, but there is Vyavasthit also behind that. One dimension to Vyavasthit and one dimension to this food. With due respects, we have to take care of our body and all. That is primary and the important thing. Because unless that is not there, the remaining steps will not follow. Remaining steps will not follow. So that goes without, condition, without under this thing, any dispute. We have to be careful, and our intentions have to be really strong and resolute. But at times I found that in spite of that also, that is where chikna come, very sticky curves come. And you can't overrule that. Anyway, chalo, that is nice, this thing. Huh?
I'd like to narrate one small instance of Gautam Buddha, which I happened to see there. In his last moments, he conveyed to all his bhikshus, all his disciples, through Anand Shravak, his very close disciple, that, okay, tell all our bhikshus, all our disciples, to come to a place, X place, where I will have my final rest and I will depart. So, and then they were traveling in that direction. It so happened on the way, one of their disciples who was kingly, like high family, he invited all the bhikshus for prasad, for food. And they all went. Now, what was served in that food, it was not suitable for Gautam Buddha. And he could not tell whatever he did not tell. We don't know why, we don't know the inside story, but he never revealed, he never told anyone. But after he came out, he realized that that stuff which was eaten reacted absolutely negatively, and now he was crashing. So he said that he told Anand Shravak, his closest disciple, don't tell that because of eating that stuff, this has happened to me. Because that was my weakness, he said, my bodily weakness. So I ate that stuff and that is acting negatively. So instead of, let's say, he said 15 days, now call people, uh, prepone and come to this place 5 days before. Otherwise, I'm just giving a rough idea. And he said, don't tell that person because he will feel bad that because of me, my master passed away. So what Pulinanandji said, sometimes that Vyavasthit also plays its part, and you have to face your destiny that is there. And Gautam Buddha, he never revealed that to anyone. It was because Anand Shravak, his closest one, he knew Anand, not Shravak, Anand. Anand. His disciple name was Anand, and he had told him that this has happened, and now it doesn't look like I will survive longer till that we won't be able to reach that further place. We'll have to finish here only. So he called up there, and that's how we have this his mudra, how he slept in his last state, and that was he passed away in that last state station. So this is what this also happens even after all your conviction, all your decisions, but things happen. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
We almost near the end of our session today. Good discussion on food. So if we have more next time, we can take it up, or we can take Kalam 8 next time, right? Deepakanandji,
Perfect. What else do you want?
Let everybody do whatever columns they want to practice. 1 to
1 to
7.
8.
1 to 7. And 8 we will introduce maybe next week.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
please share. Please come and share the experiences. That's important.
Mahatma's little bit of homework from your end. On any column or any topic.
Let me tell you one thing. When while we are sharing, lot of things what you have practiced and what you have achieved. That's the thing we want, not the book material, but something which you have practiced and you got the result. And when you express that, you share that, it's a great, like how you say them, you break ice breaking. That ice breaking stuff takes place, and you start doing that. Although you know that you have to do this, that, but you're not able to do it. But listening to such experience, it triggers and it comes into action. Jai Sachidanand.
Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Deepakanandji, please do 3 mantra. Everybody follow, please.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo
Namo
Vitragai.
Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Rihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo
Namo Vajayanam.
Namo Loe Savva Sahunam.
Namo Loe
Namo Loe Sabha Sahunam.
Teso Panchana Mukkaro.
Eso Pancha.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Savva Bhava Pranasano.
Sarva Pava Panasanam.
Mangalanam Cha Sauvesim.
Mangalanam Cha Savesim.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai
Jai
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand.